episode of the ASUS AIoT Podcast. Today we have with us the Managing Director of Antra ID, Andrea Révész, and we welcome her to our show.
Thank you, Silvia, to be here.
Yeah, thank you for accepting, and we're quite excited because you are leading a company that is quite innovative and adding a lot of different kinds of new technology into a solution. Um, First of all, before we start with the company and the technology itself, let's talk a little bit about you and how you came to creating this company. So, did you always know that you would want to work in tech, or how did you come about this idea?
Yes, so it's a great question. I didn't know in the beginning. I was mainly interested in management and finance. And during my bachelor studies, besides the management and business administration, I completed a major in engineering and management because I had time. And I had several classes from the engineering, different kind of engineering fields. Like transport engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and I quite enjoy these classes. But then I started to work at a venture capital and private equity company where I met very great startup companies with amazing innovation ideas. And that time I realized it's amazing what technology can bring to our society, can bring to us. And but then I did an MBA in Germany, and after that I joined my dad's former company. It was active and still active with the new owner in the logistics field. They developed logistics solutions, and I worked there as a business developer. And one of my tasks was to follow the emerging technologies in the auto ID field and see how to integrate into our solution. And that time I fell in love with technology because I really like the different kind of RFID technologies, barcode technologies, and this field is also very emerging, and I really like that. But then we sold the company, and this new venture came, and technology is with us, and I just love it because creating value is a big thing, and technology is just supporting this goal.
Okay, so I think that brings us to what you're doing. So, how are you changing things in the industry? What is the reason behind the idea of your solution?
Yes. So having decades of experiences in the automotive industry with our former company, we got the knowledge to realize that there are some demands in the quality management area which needs to be improved. However, there's a more and more automation in the industry, but there are still workstations where human is needed. The fully automatization cannot solve problems, so human is there. And when human is there, the mistake is evident. This is one part. And the other one is that the lack of transparency. There's not enough information flow among stations, production stations, and also among tiers. And therefore, failures cannot be seen in the real time. So these are the spots which needs to be solved. And our solution is solving this issue. So what we provide is a unique quality management tool. It's a patent pending procedure which supports not only the product but the human inspection quality as well, while also ensures an end-to-end quality assurance among the whole value chain. So what we develop actually is a software solution with hardware parts. We're a system integrator company, and We integrate two major technologies into our solution. One is computer vision, based on ASUS IoT's EIS vision model, backed by very powerful servers. And the other one is a so-called attention computing, which is based on an eye tracking device, which can analyze the gaze data of the operator. We basically support the human, the operator, in their job, first by pre-selecting the parts which can be faulty, and additionally we can make sure that he or the operator can fulfill his task in a correct way and in a more like interactive way.
So your solution is basically the software that you developed by integrating different components, different technology, but also the hardware side, because you already pre-selected, tested, and it's an end-to-end, let's say.
Yes.
Okay. And I think that being a new technology, right, there's always lots of challenges, right? What are the ones that are more memorable to you?
Yes, the business. So we are an early stage startup. So we started this venture 2 years ago with my dad. It's a family business. And just to find the right place for our solution in this fast growing and fast changing world is challenging, but lovely.
Great. But I'm sure you also did the research, and you, out of the experience that you have, your dad has, you noticed that there is a need for this in the market.
Yeah, definitely there's a need. There are very special business areas where automation cannot solve the problem fully. It's needed, it is there. Computer vision, so-called AI, but we don't like saying AI, it's just two buzzwords. So computer vision is the one which is with us and will be with us. However, we feel that the human is still needed, and the computer vision is an aid for the people in order to fulfill their task in a correct way. And additionally, with applying the gaze technology, can be an additional value, an additionally support tool for the human in order to do their job correctly.
Yeah. So how have things evolved, I would say, in this space, right, of automation, of production line, operations optimization, we could say. How do you see this industry has evolved?
Yeah, we started this venture 2 years ago, and since then there's yes, an intense and massive development in the computer vision field, for example, but also in the gaze technology and or eye tracking technology. There are so many data can be read from the eyes, for example. It's emerging, and also the data science, what we also provide on top, because we deal with data. Not only the computer vision data, but the gaze data. We can play with it. We can do so many analysis on that. And the tools, the technology is there. On the other hand, from the industrial point of view, what we provide is a quality management solution, and we see even higher demand on quality. Why? You can hear more and more news about, for example, crashes, the airplane crashes.
Caused by quality issues.
Exactly.
In parts.
Yeah, in part, mostly, or most of the time, it's really definitely from quality. Yeah, based on quality failures. And on the other, a medical technology is another vertical which is on a rise, and definitely quality is needed. For example, pacemaker production, the quality must be there 100%, because the lives depend on this product. And of course, not last but not least, the electronic industry. For example, there are so many electronic devices around us. If these electronic devices are not produced in a correct way, and they have a quality failure, it can cause fire, it can cause damages. So the quality issues is just like there, and need to be solved.
And then can I also understand from this that the type of customers that you're trying to address then are those that need precision and more kind of complex kind of production?
Yes. So we focus on companies which produces very quality sensitive products, very complex products.
And in terms of the relationship with ASUS, the collaboration comes in different parts, right? We just mentioned from the hardware side, of course, your software is running on top of an ASUS hardware with accelerators, but also you integrated part of ASUS AI vision technology.
Exactly. Yeah, when we started this company, we made a research, and we have a broad network. So we found ASUS IoT quite easily, and we know ASUS. ASUS is a great brand. I have our ASUS laptops, and everybody loves ASUS. So and when we checked the ASUS IoT's products, what they can deliver to the industry, we fell in love. They are impressive. The hardware, of course, ASUS is really strong in the hardware production, but also we realized that there's a computer vision, an AI software solution also available, and this is the AIS vision, and yeah, we started to focus on that, and this AIS vision is integrated into our solution. It's called QMAID and software solution, and this is what our computer vision is based on.
Could you share with us a success case, deployment that you're most proud of?
Yes. So we are right now at the market entry phase, but really it's amazing how the market welcomes us. So we have really great inquiries from the industry. Our solution is based on images, what the computer vision can analyze, and also the operator can analyze later. And we can integrate different kind of image sources, right? Like camera, but also microscope. And we have our own microscope called MQS. And this is a digital microscope. And this microscope right now is on the way to be implanted in the medical technology industry, where very special sensitive parts are produced. What we can do is basically we have in our software solution, we have the live feed of the microscope, and also we have the computer vision function. So in the medical technology, whoever checks the part, which is really sensitive, can be supported by the computer vision as well, in order to be sure that it's fine, the product is fine, and also we check the gaze data. And these processes are really exhausting. So they are really tiny products, and you need to focus. And of course, since it must be 100%, otherwise people can die. That's why it's important. And based on the gaze data, basically we can offer a kind of interaction, meaning if we see from the eyes that some operators are tired, then we can say that okay, please go to a break, and another colleague can join or can come. So we can manage the workflow based on the tiredness of the operators, and make sure that the processes are done in a more efficient and more human way.
Okay, that's a really interesting use case, as you shared. And going a little bit further into the technical aspect, but making it understandable for the audience, right? For the wider audience, what would you say are the unique technology points or unique selling points that you have?
So we combine two technologies, computer vision and attention computing, and this approach is very unique. This is why it's patent pending, this whole approach. Computer vision is there, people talk about, but it's a great tool. attention computing in the quality management is something which is special. Eye tracking technologies there in the gaming industry and in different kind of industry, but quality management is something special. But combining the both, this is what we feel it's very unique, and it's a unique selling point for us.
And looking at your solution, because just earlier you were showing me an example of how it operates, right? And I think that what is also very useful, and many times a decider whether people adopt a technology or not, is that it's very user friendly. So you can just select, right, processes or mark areas that are not checked just with a touch screen.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, because this was one of our aims, just to have a solution, a software solution, really intuitive and user friendly. Yeah, this was our aim, and we can like really interact. So the operator is there, and basically can make comments on the products they see faulty.
Yeah.
It's really important, and I forgot to highlight in the beginning, that everything is digitalized, and this is also the one part. You asked about the problem in the industry. What we can see, the lack of transparency. Our solution is a digital platform. It's a digital solution. Everything is digitalized. Everything is stored and can be shared among the stakeholders, among the shareholders. And in real time, all the data can be available among the tiers, among the stations. Basically, the operator, what you could see when I marked the faulty part, the manager or the, I don't know, in a different country, people could see that this operator marked something faulty, and they can escalate this process.
And in so many industries, right, we're seeing that, for example, companies or industries or whole industries that were using different kind of protocols and technology that were not digital are all moving to the digital side of things, because they exactly what you say, right? They need to find a way to make things trackable and to make data available for people to analyze further.
Yeah, definitely. And what we can see right now, however, like there's so much about digitalization and automatization. Companies, I'm just wrapping up. So there are still a lot of manual work. There's still a lot of paper-based work, and this is need to be changed.
For sure. And so looking now a bit into the future, where do you see the company growing to? So what is the goal? And not just the goal, but also where do you see your company growing into, the type of adoption, the speed of implementation?
We were born to be lucky and successful, and with a partner like you, so we must succeed, and we will. And so we need to collect more and more success cases together. So this is how I can see that yeah, we have millions of success cases in the different part of the world, in different verticals. And yes, and we will make our customers happy at the end with a very good return on investment, because what we also um, feel important to have a very good return on investment for the customer.
Right.
And the long-term support, of course.
And even though this is let's say, lengthy and probably hard process at the start, it typically is, right? Especially when we're talking manufacturing and trying to get people to change. Any change is difficult. It's a long process, but I think that more and more people will start seeing the value of this, right?
Yes, this is what we believe in, and what we develop has a long sales cycle, and definitely we will get there
Great.
very soon.
Yeah, hopefully, and we'll be there to support as well. So the last question, we're coming to the last one that I think also is the most interesting one, because most people did it the best. uh, so this is different to, you can choose to choose a topic that is related to your work or not. You decide, but the question is basically, imagine we are 30, 50 years from now. The world has changed in ways that probably we don't even begin to understand. But technology will definitely be a big part of it. So think of one aspect, specific aspect of life that has changed and describe it to us. How has it changed and how is technology working?
I'm an optimistic person, and I believe that the human will use the technology for a good purpose. And everybody talk about work-life balance, which is, I think working is great. Creating value is just a great stuff. But there are some tasks which needs to be done. For example, cleaning the house and so, which not everybody likes. Yes. So what I can imagine that technology will support a human in different areas. For example, on the workplace with AR or AI. Yes, I say AI right now. So AI, the processes, the task can be more efficient. The human can focus on the task they need to do, and they can do it more efficiently. On the other hand, when they arrive home, everything is clean because the robots has cleaned the house, the smart systems has ordered the food, has ordered the clothes, and done everything which is related to the household. And people only need to just relax and enjoy life with the family.
Okay, so it's robot smart systems that will help you do your housework and get work-life balance.
Exactly, just enjoy life. This is the
Yes,
this is
the point of everything, right?
exactly.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for being part of this episode, and yeah, hopefully, wish you all the best success with your company, and also hopefully the work-life balance idea comes to fruition. And yeah, great to be partners with you.
Thank you so much, Celia. It was a pleasure.